Hello everyone, Horseman here, and welcome to another unboxing video. As you can tell, this is the World of Warcraft Jaina Proudmoore statue that a lot of people have been kind of like, oh man, I'm not so sure I'm going to like this thing. And a lot of people are like, wow, this is pretty epic. And honestly, I'm one of the latter. You know, many folks said that the face was absolutely horrible, but you know, I also feel that these statues kind of give a more human touch to it, and less cartoony, and so I thought the face was absolutely perfect. She still looks beautiful and she still looks elegant. So anyway, here we go. You'll see what I'm talking about. The packaging that it came in was tough. That cardboard that you see me pulling the other box in, man, that thing barely suffered any dents at all. And the box on the inside, it was dent free, scratch free, all the above. So I was very happy about that, because I do keep these boxes for long term, just to store it whenever I move, or just because I think they're very well done. And you'll see here in a second. On the back side, we have the lyrics to Lady Proudmoore's song that we heard in the Battle for Azeroth introduction. And on the front, we have a nice portrait of Lady Proudmoore with some shiny lettering. And overall, I thought it was a really neat box. So, yeah, very well done. Most importantly, I wanted to make sure that it was going to be good enough to protect what was inside the box. So, let's get right on in there. Alright, as I open the foam topper here, I want to note just how well that they packed the inside of this too. We got a lot of foam in there as well, just protecting some of the more fragile bits and pieces. They were strategically placed in order to make sure that the most important pieces were protected the most. So what you see here is her right hand, staff, a base, and the overall body. And I'm going to be taking them out piece by piece in order. Please forgive some of the camera work because my focus was all kinds of wonky here in a bit, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So just bear with me here. Alright, so for the base, on the bottom, we have her name, as well as some legal stuff, copyright, trademark, logos, made in China, and all that great stuff. Also, there's a actual number to it. The base, we have the water surrounding a single rock, an outcropping of rock. The material, sturdy. The coloring, wow. Okay, I hadn't seen this on a Blizzard statue yet, and I think that was the number one thing that actually attracted me most to this statue, was the fact that she is standing amongst some spray of water, like she's controlling it, which I thought was really neat. Alright, so for the main portion of the statue here is going to be her body, her legs, pretty much everything except her right hand and her staff. One thing to note here is that there's foam pieces stuck all up in those nether regions in order to make sure that those folding parts, the more malleable parts, didn't bend or break. So again, kudos on the packing department. There's only one peg and one metal peg that goes into the base, so I thought that was kind of neat. Again, very simple, not very hard at all to put into the base. But one thing you'll note is they also packed the sleeve and the to protect the chain and the anchor, so I needed to get a pair of scissors. And that's done. All right, she's ready for a close-up. So the first thing to note is that chain and the anchor, and also the amount of detail that went into every article of clothing, every buckle, every button, all the details on her corset. Now, again, there's that face that nobody likes. Personally, again, if I were to see Jaina Proudmoore in real life, this is probably what she would look like. Not that cartoony mess that we see in game. Matter of fact, she looks gaunt and almost skeletal in the game, and I never really liked her design in the game of late. Another thing to note here, the paint job. Look at the water spray on the white part and the salt line that you see on the dark blue. They went into that much detail, and that I thought was phenomenal. You can actually see that her cloak is wet with seawater, and I think that is just amazing. So there's the peg, there's the heel peg, and again, just the amount of details that they put into the flowing cloak, the cuts, the textures. Yeah, the coloring is very nice. I didn't see too much sloppiness in the paint job either. Getting her foot into the peg was not too terribly difficult. You got to make sure you are just like dead on, because if you're just 1 or 2 degrees off, it won't go in right. Okay, so the last part here, we have the hand and the staff. So this is the gauntleted hand, her right hand. And the first thing I wanted to note, and you're going to see some wonky camera stuff going on here, so I do apologize. It wanted to focus on other things. So the one thing I wanted to focus here is the crystal. It's made of the same kind of material as that splashing water, so you see some light shining through it, and I really like that. The detail in the staff there, it's a wooden staff, and then in the gauntlet, we've got all those intricate details and textures in between the gold lines, the buckles on the bottom, the ties on the cloth there, and then on the staff, it's like a leather wrapped. I mean, it's not real leather, of course, but it's leather wrapped, so you got all those details, almost like a carbon fiber. And there we go with the camera. All right. Further down the shaft, we have, I guess that's the pommel. But again, very well detailed, very well painted, very impressive. Now, you're not going to be able to see this part very well because of stupid focusing things, and I wasn't paying attention, but that arm was very easy to put in. It was just, zoop, it was held in by magnets, so that made it super easy. My blood was pumping, so we went from blurriness to shakiness, so bear with me here. If I give you all a headache, you can click away. Okay, so again, these are going to be some close-up slow pans, just so that way you can take in all the details that we have in the statue. From the water, how it shines in the light, sea foam, soaked cloak, bag details. I mean, look at that. Look at those. I mean, you can see the leather details there. The buckles, the pins. Focus. There we go. Profile. Almost like Elsa from Frozen. Yeah, I went there. Her armor details. Again with the belt. I mean, the buckle, the belt. Try to capture as much close-up detail as I can. The color choices, phenomenal. The small details is what I like the most. The imperfections. The cuts. The tears. Yeah. Well, I'd be curious to know what you all think now that you've got an unboxing, a close-up look at Lady Proudmoore statue. What do you think about the face now that you've seen a real, like, I guess, copy of it, in person from an amateur? What do you think? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please throw it a like. And I would love to say subscribe for more, but I don't know when I'm going to be putting out more content. But I do hope that this video did help you to either decide that yes or no on whether or not you thought it was worth your money. $300 on the Blizzard Gear store. So it depends on what you prefer. And I hope that this helped you to make that decision. All right. For now, Horseman out.